Hey, welcome back to your favorite technical math class. We're going to take a look at writing mathematical sentences, taking verbal statements into mathematical sentences, and as well as solving some formulas. So here's a few steps when you're changing verbal statements into mathematical statements. So just go ahead and read it very carefully. Note your unknown quantities. Maybe you want to label them as X, and then go ahead and write the mathematical statement. Of course, it just takes a lot of critical thinking. But here's some keywords to look for. If you hear sum of, more than, exceeds, longer, total, heavier, those are all addition statements. Not sure what this thing is. Not there we go. Addition. Subtraction would be like a less than, decreased by, subtracted from. Difference means subtraction. Multiplication, you got of, product of, multiplied, and twice, double, triple, and so on. Division, divided by, quotient, and so on. If you hear equals, if you hear is, that means equals. Let's go ahead and practice some. Sometimes nicer just to take a look at a few verbal statements. So 5 more than a number, so we're going to call that X. 5 more than, so 5 more than a number is equals 12. So there's our mathematical statement, and then we'll go ahead and solve for X. So we'll subtract 5 on both sides, and you notice we got X equaling 7. 6, what is 6 less than 10? 6 less than 10. So I go 10 minus 6, 6 less than. So less than subtraction, but it goes on the end. The minus 6 is after the number. 6 less than 10. So we have 4. 4 times the difference of a number. So difference, that means a subtraction. So 4 times, but it has a difference of what? Difference of what? A number and 3. Difference of a number, let's call it n this time. A number and 3. There's the difference of a number and 3. Difference of a number and 3. That's right there. And we have 4 times that at the beginning. 4 times the difference. So notice I put that in parentheses. Is, so yeah, equals 12. 4 times the difference of a number and 3 is 12. We can go ahead and solve that. So 4n minus 12 equals 12. And you go ahead and add 12, both sides. And let me take this over here. I got 4n equals 24. Now we'll divide by 4. So we got 6. The sum of, so now we're going to do addition. The sum of 12, 7, and a third number, let's call it t, is equals 17. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. 12 and 7, we got 19 plus t equals 17. We're going to solve for t. So it looks like t ends up being negative 2. 3 less than, so 3 less than, that's on to the end. 3 less than, twice a number, let's call it x this time, is equals 1 more than the number. 1 more than the number. Now let's get all our x's on one side. 2x minus 1x is a 1x. And now let's add 3. So our x ends up being 4. 4 is the number. Half a number equals twice the difference of the number and 12. Difference of the number and 12. Now you know what? I'm going to get rid of this 2, x divided by 2. So if I multiply this side by 2, I'm going to multiply this entire side by 2. So I have x equals, so I'm going to distribute that now. 2x times 2 is 4x. 2x times a negative, 2 times negative 24 minus 48. Now I want to get all my x's on one side. So let's subtract that 3x on both sides. So, or I'm sorry, that was, what am I doing? Subtract 4x on both sides so that I get a negative 3x. And now let's go ahead and divide by that negative 3. And so our x ends up being negative 48 divided by negative 3 is a positive 16. All right, now we're going to go ahead and solve a formula for one of its variables. So here's an example of just a formula. It's got the variables p, b, and s. Sometimes we want to solve them just to make repeated calculations easier. You want to be able to solve for a variable. So we're just going to isolate one of the variables. So here we have p equals 2 times the quantity b plus s, and we're going to solve this for b. I like to just put an arrow on my b, and so that we can then solve for that b, right? So let's go ahead and I'm going to distribute that. Now, again, we're solving for this b right there. So we're going to isolate that. So let's subtract the 2s. Let's get rid of this 2s right there. So I got p minus 2s equals 2b. Remember, we're solving for b. So now we got to get rid of the 2 right there. So I can divide it all out. So I got my b equals p minus 2s all over 2. Let's solve this formula for s. Let's solve for s. So all we got to do is get rid of the minus c. So let's add c to both sides. You know, it's m plus c equals the s. S equals m plus c. Solve this one for y. Solve this for y right there. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the b. Let me subtract b on both sides first. So I got ay equals 2c minus b. Again, we're solving for y. So let's get rid of the a, divide it out, because it's being multiplied right now. So we've got y equals 2c minus b all over a. Let's do one more here. Let's solve this one for h. H right there. So right now we have a equals 1/2 b times h. Again, I'm solving for h. I'm trying to isolate h. Let's get rid of the 1/2. So let's multiply both sides by 2 over 1, or in other words, times 2. So we got 2a equals bh. Again, we're solving for h. So let's get rid of the b. Divide out the b. So our h equals 2a over b. And that's a little introduction to solving for variables and writing mathematical statements. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.